to the OMG Podcast with Paul Finkelstein. Great advice and talk with small business owners, workaholics, whiz-bang entrepreneurs, and interesting guests. Here's your host, Paul Finkelstein.
Hey everybody, I'm Paul Finkelstein. Hopefully you could hear me. I should probably just double check my audio sound settings to make sure that you indeed can hear me. So let's see, because I just hooked up my laptop after going, oh, look, it is working. So fantastic there. I wanted to actually share with you some of my favorite books. I wanted to ask you, do you have a favorite book library? Do you have, I listened to somebody decades ago, like almost 3 decades ago. If you're a small business owner, or not even a small business owner, but just somebody that has a job, perhaps, but especially small business owners and entrepreneurs, or if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur or small business owner, one particular small business owner, professional, they recommended that I have a book library. A book library, your own library. Like you used to go to a library and check out a book. Now the libraries seem to have thousands of DVDs of movies. That could be great for entertainment, but there's some books, thousands of books that I'd recommend libraries have. And some of those books might be just as simple as the Portable Pep Talk. So this is one book that I'm recommending that could be worth millions of dollars, as this $1 million bill that I'm using as a bookmark. And if you don't have books, I guess, what do you need a bookmark for? But this is one book that I'm recommending, the Portable Pep Talk, Motivational Morsels. So check this book out. I'm also recommending, of course, you might have heard me talk about this, Think and Grow Rich by Dr. Napoleon Hill. You'd think it was about money, but it's much, much deeper than that. So this is another amazing book, Think and Grow Rich. I'm also recommending How to Be Rich, his formula, J. Paul Getty, by the legend himself. I also recommend John Maxwell, The Difference Maker. I also recommend another I have a lot of John Maxwell books, 25 Ways to Win with People. He did write a lot of books. Of course, there's the 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader by John Maxwell, another fantastic book. And this is just a small portion of the book collection in my library, right here in my home. Who Moved My Cheese? This is another amazing book. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. The 17 Indisputable Laws of Teamwork by John Maxwell. I recommend everybody get a copy of that book. And then there's the classic Zig Ziglar, Staying Up, Up, and Up in a Down, Down World, Daily Hope for the Daily Grind. This is a great nugget of information. This book is just fantastic. Then there's another amazing book here called Wealth on the Beach, 11 Universal Laws to Building Financial Freedom by Daniel Alonso. Here's this book. I'm even using the cover of the Think and Grow Rich book as a bookmark in this book. This is an amazing book as well. Now, I love marketing, so I run into a lot of people that have passions for marketing. The phenomenon, Achieve More in the Next 12 Months Than the Previous 12 Years by Dan Kennedy, the Millionaire Maker. That's another phenomenal book. Now, if you're going to deal with people, which most business owners do, you'll probably want to get this book, Pushing Up People by Art Williams. He's actually the founder of a company called Primerica. Then there's Susan Jeffers, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, the phenomenal classic that has changed the lives of millions. recommend this book. And I've heard many amazing things about that along the way. All these books I have read. All You Can Do Is All You Can Do, but All You Can Do Is Enough by A.L. Williams or Art Lynch Williams, an all-American success story, the re-released version. This is an amazing book as well. Now, I have a whole series of these books. We must have about 20 identical books to this one by the same author in our personal library, in our house, Robert Schuller, The Be Happy Attitudes, 8 Positive Attitudes That Can Transform Your Life, Robert Schuller. This is another amazing book. This book is probably, if you don't get any of these books, get this book, The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David Schwartz. That book is just fantastic. If you're thinking about being a small business owner, entrepreneur, or you already are one, but looking for some more spark to encourage you in your business, this book is really great. Does provide me some spark. The Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. It's a Rich Dad, Poor Dad series. They're purple books. This is an amazing book. If you actually have any of these books or go get any of these books, maybe you should actually reach out to me and let's compare notes. I mean, they say, football fans talk to each other about their favorite teams. Book fans talk to each other about their favorite books. When Turtles Fly, John DeLem and Christy, they mentioned this book to me somewhere, maybe in one of your books, John. When Turtles Fly, The Secrets of Successful People Who Know How to Stick Their Necks Out by Nikki Stone. This book, the real book, it's not an Audible book. I actually have this personal belief that if you listen to Audible or YouTube or CDs or a flash drive, many people listen to those for entertainment. If you just listen to it once, or you're not even barely through it, it's definitely in the entertainment phase. It's going in your ears, but not being absorbed here. I think that what's more important is to read specific books, like all of these books. If you read all the books I just mentioned for about 10 times, all the way through the book, doesn't have to be all the same day, 15 minutes a day, etc., until you're done with the book. Think what that will do to your business, to your life, to your journey. Now, here's a book that was made into a movie, From Darkness to Sight, The Journey of Hardship to Healing by Ming Wang, a Harvard, MIT PhD in laser physics. This book is actually going to be a movie coming out on May 24th. There might be some $5 tickets left, but either way, it's still worth it if you don't get the $5 discount break. This guy is a genius when it comes to eyesight, and his personal story coming from China to the United States as an immigrant. So that book is an amazing too. So now I have this ginormous pile of books on my counter, but I wanted to get this live video out so that my group that's meeting, and while you're waiting for early birds and entrepreneurs, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Saturday, that's today, where you have a strong end and not a weekend. And with these books, you can never have a weekend. You will have a strong end. Here's the book recommendations. Just rewatch this again and listen to those books. And join us at 8 at omgtalk.com. Click on for business leaders. You'll come to the event on alignable.com. You'll come to that event. If you go to omgtalk.com, that'll take you to the link for our event that begins in an hour from now. I'm going to actually play this video at the beginning of the meeting while you're waiting for the 8 o'clock start time, so people could see some of the books that I love to read as a small business owner and an entrepreneur. My last thoughts, well, at 8 o'clock, we are going to get ready for this.
Let's get ready to
hope you heard that. That was Tony. He does the voiceovers for me for the beginning and end of my podcast that I used to have on Spotify and iHeartRadio, etc. Now, on occasion, I just do it on YouTube and LinkedIn, and you can catch them if you go down the feed on my LinkedIn and YouTube. So here's the last thoughts from Tony, and hope to see you at 8 o'clock at omgtalk.com, early birds and entrepreneurs.
You have been listening to the OMG podcast with Paul Finkelstein. We can help you build wealth without hogging your time. Schedule a one-on-one with us. Thanks for listening. Join us again for another OMG podcast segment.